Hi, Scorpios. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watchers always welcome. Let's see what Spirit has for you today with love. What's next in love? What's coming your way? We can confirm a love that maybe has crossed your path recently. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that is meant to be heard today? What is it that you want us to know? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. I have a shield. Boundaries. Boundaries are necessary, but they can suffocate you. So we want to be careful, but there's a fine line between blocking somebody. As soon as somebody feels like they're being blocked out and it's too hard to, kind of break through the barrier, they are going to walk away. They're going to say, I don't want to have to jump through hoops just to have somebody to talk to or somebody to connect to. So there's a fine line there. You can set boundaries around your body. You can set boundaries around your space, things like that. So those are important. I believe change is inevitable. Embrace the seasons. I love that. So we're entering into, here on the East Coast, we're entering into spring, pretty soon. And, those leaves will start to grow and new life will begin. Okay. So is that Spirit's way of saying a new beginning, new life? A whole new life. Sometimes when we meet somebody, your life changes so dramatically. It's just everything about it changes. So I have a skull looking beyond appearances and finding something deeper. So we definitely want something that's deeper. We want to be careful that it's kind of like I want to be in between, the skull and the shield. I want to be in this kind of new growth energy. Let's get one more of these. And I have waves. Life moves in cycles. Ride the highs and prepare for the lows. So you probably have been through ups and downs like all of us. But it's a cycle, and the ocean just will always be in motion. So no matter where you are in your life, even if you feel like you're stuck or limbo or nothing is moving, believe it or not, you're always in motion. So I always like to think you're exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment in time. You might not believe it when you're in it, but Spirit is preparing you for something more. Spirit just said, I'm just going to say Spirit has prepared you. There's a sense of you're prepared for this, this connection. All right. Maybe they've had you go through heartache. They've had you struggle. They've had you gain independence. They've had you pick yourself back up. So they've prepared you for this next connection in some way. I have a 7 of Swords. Yeah, there's the preparation. They had you go through something difficult, unfortunately. Now you have a choice. I like this. I have a King of Swords and I have an Ace of Cups. You are going to choose differently this time. That is really what they're trying to say. So for those of you that struggle with, I feel like I keep meeting the wrong person, or I keep attracting the wrong person. It's like this cycle that won't stop. I feel like Spirit is letting you know that this wave is a choice. This wave is somebody that's coming in that is a wave of emotion, okay? A wave of love, something that is just, this is all love. This Ace of Cups and this King of Swords, like this is somebody who will admit their feelings, I will tell you I love you, okay? So this is somebody who isn't going to be afraid. And what they're trying to let you know is that you will choose, okay? You will choose based on your experiences, that this is the kind of love that I need. This is what I won't ever put myself in a position again. So I will tell you, I love you is how it came in. So maybe some of us need to hear that somebody's ready to tell you they love you. And I just want to hear it said out loud. I have a Tower. I have a Three of Cups. I have a Ten of Pentacles. And I have a Judgment. This is a choosing wisely. It really is. It's a sense of, for my own self, it's a sense of, been there, done that with the Tower. Everybody's had a heartache. But this is, I'm a different person today, and I'm celebrating who I am. I'm celebrating my own life. I'm celebrating where I am today. And if and when someone crosses my path, it's my choice. Okay. So, and vice versa, Spirit just said, they choose you, right? So there's a sense of which we have to choose each other, but it's a celebration. I'm happy that I'm making the right choice. How about making the right choice this time? And because I feel like somebody out there needs to hear that whatever cycle that you've been in, that you keep saying, I keep meeting the wrong people, I feel like that is what you need to hear. You need to hear that you're going to break some kind of cycle of the wrong person somehow. All you need is one. All you need is one good person, right? Spirit, please share with me. What do I have? Trust your intuition. The red flags. You are going to be much smarter. Okay. They're saying they prepared you for this. Maybe your intuition wasn't as in tune, years ago. Maybe you've grown. You are much more aware. You can read people better. You have learned from experience, Spirit saying. So you can identify the flags. You can identify somebody that shouldn't be in your energy a lot sooner and say no to it. So trust that intuition. Someone else, there's someone in the middle sabotaging. So we don't want that. We don't want to enter into a connection where there's any strings attached, they're saying. So that could be a cycle that needs to be broken. I keep attracting men that either say that they're single and they're not, or they are definitely, I find out that they're separated, getting a divorce, but there's still strings attached. So there's a part of me that says no strings attached. Okay. So maybe that's something you have to really keep your eye open for. A pet. I'm happy with my pet. I don't have to be with anybody. I think that's true for a lot of us, that, what, I'd rather be with no one because I have my cat, I have my dog. Thank God, I'm not alone. So maybe it's Spirit's way of saying, hey, you don't have to be alone. You have your beautiful fur family, your fur baby, and you are not alone. There's somebody that loves you unconditionally. So that's beautiful. Spirit, please share with me. I have a car, race car, get going, doing it. Okay. Fast, taking it fast. All right. So there's a sense of speed. There's a sense of speed coming in. I don't know if I want to go with urgency, but I would go with fast moving. Okay, so don't be afraid of that. Sometimes you think, well, that's a mistake. Every relationship goes at its own pace naturally, and no two relationships are going to be, you can't compare those paces, but this particular connection can go fast. I have the key. I'm seeing it clearly. I'm unlocking something. I'm opening up. It was a sense of I'm able to analyze things easier. So I think that there's a part of you that you're opening up, a part of you that sees things more clearly. So that feels good. I have an elephant. Elephants don't forget anything. Elephants know everything. I like the family energy. I like the sense of strength. I like the memories. There's a sense of memories are important to you. Like you don't forget a thing. So that, hold on to that, because that could really be the make or break for you. And I have glasses. So I can either see clearly with glasses or they can be all fogged up. So I would have to clean them. I would have to wipe them clean in order to see clearly. So it's a little bit of I might have to take a moment to see clearly. I might have to, even if it's coming in very quickly, I might have to take a step back so that I can see it more clearly. So that's okay. That's okay. I have the number 16 in this card. And I'm going to go with this one for a second. Also, this Milky Way energy, because there was a sense of the double rainbow. It's not just a single rainbow. Look for a double rainbow. So it's almost like it's better than anything I've ever expected, or that it's above and beyond, right? The double rainbow. And then this Milky Way jumped out at me because it was a connection. It was, and they're saying a social media connection. So it could be an internet connection, a networking connection. So it could be I met this person online for some of you, but I'm going to say a double rainbow because it's more of it's better than I ever thought. Okay. Just something like that, things got better, better than ever. Something like that. So let's get some initials. Now, somebody out there, you might be thinking of somebody, first initials, last initials. If you don't want the initials, you can skip over this part. I have a B, C, E, G, another C, L, Q, an A, M, Q, F, H, L, and a W. And I also have double letters today. So these could be the first letter, second letter of a first name or a second name. So these are a little bit harder, a little more accurate if you definitely have somebody in mind. This one's jumping out. J-U, S-H. I have an A-A. I have an M-I. I have an L-A-E-V-I-S-O-L-S-C, and an E-M. And let's just grab a couple of signs. What sign could they be, Spirit? See if we can get a couple of clues. I have a Sagittarius, Scorpio also. Okay. I have a Gemini, Leo, and one more. I have a Virgo. Okay. Let's see what else they want to share with you today. Spirit, tell me about this connection. Where could we be headed? What is important for us to know? I like this feeling of a whole new life is ready to begin. And not that everything is going to change in your life, but certainly adding that partner, friends, groups of people change, your routine changes a little bit, your partnership, just your life changes, it's and for the better. Dressing up, meeting at a party. There's a little bit of dressing up and showing up even before you meet this person. Like, I'm just showing up for life. I'm putting myself in places where I have the potential to meet somebody. Sacrifice. Love may come with sacrifice. Evaluate what you're willing to give up. We all have that checklist. I'm not willing to do this. I'm not willing to do that again. And Spirit basically said that, they've been preparing you for this connection. So, it feels more like I know what I don't want. I'm not going to give up my freedom. I'm not going to let somebody control me. I'm not going to let somebody tell me what to do. Whatever the rules are around what it is that your expectations are. I have a gift. Love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand one another. So I like the feeling always of a gift giver, or that this feels special or you're special. It could be as simple as that. and then an adventure and celebrate. This feels like I definitely have something going on in my future. I definitely have, they're saying a lot of, how do I want to say it? It almost felt like formal things coming. Like we have a lot of friend weddings or a lot of family events. Could be a formal event for us. It could be an engagement party. It could be a wedding reception. But it felt like we have a lot of events ahead of us. So I guess we're going to be looking forward to those times with family and friends and doing things, in this kind of social celebration energy. So that feels good. And what else do you want us to know? Let's get some loving messages, because right now I feel like whatever this fast moving energy is, you do choose right this time. It was a lot of energy around this reading about you. You have the choice. It's not about them choosing you. It's about, who do you want to be with? What is your future self? What does your higher self want? So you get to choose. And this kind of double rainbow energy of, it's better than I ever thought. So that feels really nice, doesn't it? All right. Our time feels limited. I want to hold this moment forever. So time passes quickly. It does. Sometimes you feel that way when you're falling in love. You just want that moment in time to not go away. I don't want this evening to end. I don't want to fall asleep, because if I fall asleep, then I'm going to miss something, so it's like, I want to stay up all night talking to you, pillow talk all night long. For you, baby, I would do anything. It's my turn to chase after you. So this person could be a chaser. They could be a gift giver. They could be somebody who, I'm pursuing you for sure. With you, I want to experience the good, the bad, and the unpredictable. That felt like I'm not afraid. It just felt like I know what a relationship means. I know what it's like to be in a relationship, and I'm not afraid of being in a relationship. So I feel like that's a really good clue. It's not an avoidant. It's not somebody who's emotionally unavailable. That felt like, hey, I know what I'm getting into, and I choose you. Okay, I choose to be in this connection. So that to me is, kind of the clincher that we all want to hear. We all want to hear somebody who's ready for this. I'm ready for this. Let's ask Spirit to guide this to you now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your comments. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website at kathymamolenpsychicmedium.com. Also, my other 2 YouTube channels, the links are in the description below for some additional readings. We'll see you all again real soon.